2 or 3 days ago, Steven Strasburg signed what was the largest contract for a pitcher, both total and annually, in baseball history, by signing a contract for 7 years, $145 million with the Washington Nationals.
245.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 245. Have the wrong note here. But yeah, 245. And that record lasted for a day before Gerrit Cole comes in and signed a 9-year, $324 million contract with the New York Yankees, which is the 4th largest contract overall in baseball history. So, Storm, do you think both, one, or neither of these two guys is worth their contract?
Well, to me, baseball players aren't worth any of their contracts. So what they get, I mean, the way they get paid is ridiculous. But it's the market. I mean, if this is what the market's going to pay you, then yeah, you're absolutely worth it. When you look at Steven Strasburg, I am a little nervous giving a 31-year-old with a injury history that kind of money over that kind of years. So, and I get it, like, I think he's taking $80 million deferred in his contract. So Bobby Medina Day is going to turn into Steven Strasburg Day on steroids once that happens.
Real.
And then you look at Gerrit Cole. Listen, he was lights out last year. He was ridiculous. I mean, he didn't have a loss since like May or whatever it was. I know he lost game 1 in a World Series, but he was just dominant. The Yankees said they were going to give him a blank check. It sure looked like they gave him a blank check with what he signed for. Fun facts here. Based on your 2019 totals, he will be making $1.9 million or $1.09 million per start. That would be $169,000 per inning pitched, $110,000 per strikeout, or $9,200 pitch thrown.
How about that financial breakdown?
Also, with the deal the Yankees gave Gerrit Cole, they have committed more money to him than our beloved, not really, Pittsburgh Pirates have given out in contract-wise over the last 25 years. So over the last 25 years, the Pirates have committed $299.5 million to free agents. The Yankees just gave Gerrit Cole $324 million it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if anything, I would think Gerrit Cole's a little more worth it than Strasburg, but I wouldn't give a pitcher that kind of years. 9 years.
I hate these huge contracts in
Telling
baseball.
my boy to become a pitcher, man.
Like I don't get it. Maybe I just don't understand the economics of baseball, but how do baseball teams even make this much money anymore? Like I don't get it. And like I said, to me though, at least paying a pitcher is worth more than paying a power hitter this kind of money. I'd rather you pay a number 1 ace on your roster, even though they are only going to play 1 every 5 games. But I would rather that because pitchers do have a much larger impact on a baseball team, particularly come postseason. I didn't really have a ton of time to write down any notes for the Gerrit Cole contract because it just happened last night, and I was working all day, so I couldn't really stop. And
I woke up this morning and saw it. I was like, boy.
And look too deep into it. But I do support that signing a bit more than I support the Strasburg signing. And I get it for the Nationals. Strasburg balled out in the postseason, was absolutely phenomenal. And for that fan base, they do not want to let another one of their tentpole players go because obviously they just lost Bryce Harper last year. Strasburg was going to get paid, so the Nationals wanted to make sure that he got paid by them. But like you said...
And they're most likely going to lose out on Rendon now going forward, I think, with that contract. You would think, but maybe not. Maybe they have something up their sleeve.
Who knows? I mean, there's no cap in baseball,
right?
Man.
That's true.
But you're right. This is an aging pitcher with an injury history. So let me just real quick break this down for the people who aren't too familiar with the injuries that Strasburg had. Obviously, he was looked at as a phenom coming into the league. People had such high expectations, and almost immediately in 2010, he dealt with shoulder inflammation earlier in the season, and that kind of progressed into a torn UCL, which led to him having to have Tommy John surgery. Had a little over a year of rehabilitation, I believe, was limited moving forward, but then the injuries kind of subsided for a little while until 2013. He had a lat strain, so he had a brief stint on the DL. In 2015, then, he had back and oblique injuries, so 2 1-month stretches on the DL. 2016, back and elbow injuries, 2 half-month stints on the DL. So I get it. When healthy, this guy is fantastic.
For sure.
A top 3 or 4 pitcher in the league. But those types of injuries don't become less frequent as you get older. They become more frequent. So I get it, but I don't love it. I really don't. And I don't understand the people in a sport that's so analytic driven. People these contracts don't work. When was the last time you saw one of these massive contracts work for a baseball team?
Yeah, I mean, the LA Angels are still eating that Pujols deal. Well, he's still playing, but they're still eating it.
Is Albert Pujols really still playing?
Yeah, he played last year.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. When was the last time you heard of him? And he signed one.
I remember he was good in like MLB 2K6.
Yeah, and look at the deal he signed, and now that was what, a 10-year deal or whatever it was.
Yeah, so that was the first one of those massive deals, and they just don't learn. And I guess I get it. You got to try to attract fans to come to games because clearly people don't like rush the stadiums during the regular season in baseball, but I don't think it really is going to equate to winning. So at least you got your World Series this year, Washington. I think it's going to be a while before you get another one because you're strapped for cash.